So this is Amelia Curran's 1819 portrait of Claire Clairmont, Mary Shelley's stepsister. Claire was in her early 20s at the time, and the period immediately following 1819 was particularly turbulent for Claire. In April 1822, Claire's daughter by Byron, Allegra, died of a fever aged 5. In July that year, Percival Shelley drowned. And in 1824, Byron would also die. In 1824, Claire travelled to Russia to work as a governess. Russia had several attractions for governesses. Firstly, there was no real requirement to learn the Russian language, and different subjects were taught by different tutors, which perhaps gave Claire some more freedom than she otherwise might have had she stayed in England. She first travelled to St. Petersburg before obtaining a permanent position with the family of the lawyer Zakhar Nikolaevich Poznikov in Moscow. Claire taught the 9-year-old Ivan and 5-year-old Dunya Poznikov. Although it was a very demanding job, Claire seemed to have enjoyed parts of the Russian countryside. She recorded in the journals that going on long walks with the Poznikov family and their German tutor Hermann Gams. With Gams, she gave lectures on ancient history. Claire had mixed reactions to Russia. Although she wrote in her journal that Moscow is the most beautiful city in the world in the summer, she also said that staying there would be certain death. The bedbugs were a problem, and the overall hygiene, and the Poznikov household was always busy, which meant that Claire found it very difficult to actually have any free time for herself. Nevertheless, she seems to have enjoyed her time with the Poznikov family, but unfortunately it came to an end in October 1825 when little Dunya died of diphtheria. Claire was very affected by the death of Dunya. She wrote that the lovely child smiling and as brilliant as a star lay not in death, but in a sweet stillness before us. 1,000 wounds bled afresh in my heart. The death of Dunya brought back memories of little Allegra, who had died only a few years before. Claire stayed in Russia until 1828. After she left, she continued working as a governess in different parts of Europe, including Paris and London. Although Claire's life is interconnected with the lives of the Shelleys and Byron, her time in Russia shows that she really wanted to try and carve out an independent career for herself. Claire outlived the Shelleys and Byron by nearly 60 years and Mary by almost 30. The young woman in this portrait had a whole life ahead of her after the Byrons and the Shelleys died.